Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2023 and another part of this union-saint-gilloise series where last time out we just about managed to squeak through against Dynamo Kiev with a 7-6 aggregate victory. They really put on a brave fight, scoring 3 goals in the last 11 minutes of normal time to push us all the way to the end, but we fortunately did get through, and that set up a two-legged tie against Benfica for a place in the Champions League group stages. Now, since the last episode, we also paid KV Kortrijk, and we beat them 3-1. Simon Adringa on loan from Brighton got us our first goal. Lazer Armani continued his just absolutely unbelievable run of form, getting another goal there. And then Cameron Puertas later put away any nerves that we had with an excellent finish for 3-1 after they'd taken the lead inside 5 minutes. The team really seems to be hitting its stride very early on here, and Amani in particular has been absolutely fantastic for us. A 7.63 aggregate rating in all competitions so far this season. But today, Benfica away and then at home. Luckily, we have a 1-week break in between the two fixtures as well. And then after that, we also have to take on Anderlecht at home, which will be a massive fixture too. So this is a really difficult run of 3 games, Anderlecht being our biggest rivals in the Belgian Pro League, and Benfica in the way of a place in the Champions League group stage. If we lose this two-legged tie, we go straight into the Europa League group stage, so either way we're guaranteed European group stage football, which is pretty nice. But really, if we could get Champions League, the amount of money that would bring into the club would be amazing and help give us a platform for future success in the Belgian League and in Europe. So for this game against Benfica, you can see they've got a few decent players in there. Otamendi, Grimaldo, David Neres will be familiar to people that have watched the channel for a while. Jean Mario's very good. Rafa's very good. And they've even got Julian Draxler and players like that on the bench as well. They're a really strong side. A test of whether we'd even be able to get any points in the Champions League, to be honest. So we're putting out a very strong team ourselves. The trouble is we've got Dennis Eckhart coming in on the right wing. Otherwise, it's nearly a full strength side. So let's just see how we get on in this game. We are away from home first. Damage limitation is probably what we're aiming at here as Ramos takes the ball. Now Gilberto intercepted by Dembele, but he's given it away, and João Mario punishes them. When you're up against the likes of Moussa Dembele, who probably one of the best players on the pitch for us, and they make a mistake like that, it does not set you up very well for success. And we've conceded within the first 2 minutes, which is a real shame. Dembele there intercepted it. I don't know why he was trying to spin in the box. He certainly should have turned the other way rather than turning into trouble, but he has cost us a very early goal here against Benfica. Now Grimaldo with a free kick. It comes back out to him. He's got space, and somehow he scored at the near post, and we are 2-0 down inside 5 minutes, and that is not exactly what we wanted. Today was about damage limitation, and now it is definitely about damage limitation. I mean, that is just it's a poor save by Maurice, really. Maurice should have been saving that, and instead it's just squeezed underneath him at the near post. Now, can we get a goal back to turn this tie around? Dembele on the attack. It's come for Bart. He then passes it to Dembele, who's lost position again, and Benfica on the attack for a third inside 8 minutes here. Grimaldo forward to Rafa, now Ramos to Musa. Ball out wide to Gilberto Neres, trying to make the run, and there it is inside, but Burgess gets it away. Now Lazar, can we counter? He finds Eckhart out on the right flank. He's got Boniface with him, and he's decided to take the shot on himself. He's not a natural right winger. And Grimaldo here with a free kick that nearly found its way into the top corner. Maurice making up for his earlier mistake by pushing that one round the post, but it's a corner now to Benfica. And it goes to the back stick, and Maurice has come to claim it. And nearly 15 minutes into this game, and we are not really pushing. I mean, Benfica are lucky to be 2-0 up. They've got 0.33 XG, but they've done well to take their chances. And here is Van der Heyden, who might create one for us. He looks in the area. He's overshot it. It's come for Eckhart. Now Dembele back to Bart, and Jean Mario has won it despite being surrounded by 3 Saint-gilloise players. Grimaldo back to the goalkeeper. Ball comes out to David Neres on the right. Adringa trying to face him up. And again, and he's gone in for the tackle there and won it no less. And now Boniface has been released inside Otamendi, who doesn't have the pace to beat him, but that was a poor attempted finish by Boniface with the right boot. He maybe should have gone for the left, but Teuma with the resulting corner, and it does come back out to Teuma, but Rafa gets there first. And we are starting to look a bit more alive here, if anything, with a better team since going 2-0 down. But Grimaldo has a chance from the corner to make it 3. Back stick, cleared away. David Neres is there. Finds Enzo. And I thought that was going to drop in a hugely vacant gap in our net left by Maurice there. But fortunately, it did go wide. Another corner for Benfica. They're going to score one eventually. And this one is cleared away. I don't know if that hit the crossbar or was saved by Maurice. But very nearly scrambled in for 3-0 as Grimaldo takes another corner. And that one's gone straight over everybody as Boniface picks up the loose ball. Now Burgess with a free kick to Bart. Burgess again to Teuma. Adringa gives it away, and João Mario always in the right place at the right time. Rafa Mir now has a run in on goal, but Maurice does manage to make a good stop there. We kind of need to get to half time here. The team have not really been performing as well as you would expect, and this is a sign of what is likely to happen in the Champions League. But Otamendi making, well, looked like a mistake, but it's actually worked out quite well as Teuma picks up the ball though. Now Gagnon. Adringa may be able to get that. It's David Neres instead, and he finds Musa inside to Ramos. Now Enzo. It's another Benfica attack, and Musa's got him beautifully there. I mean, that ball in behind was absolutely fantastic. I think it was David Neres that placed that in behind. Musa ran onto it, and he made it 3-0, and this really is not quite what we had in mind. Neres there, look at that ball, split 3 union-saint-gilloise players and put Musa in the perfect position for a one-touch finish past Maurice. And I think you can see we had a little bit of a swing after going 2-0 down, but since then it's been all Benfica, and unless we score before the end of this game, this is basically tie over, and we'll probably just look ahead to the Anderlecht game, because this doesn't seem like something we're going to come back from very easily if we don't get a goal or two tonight. But here's Rafa on the attack, back to João Mario, ball into Rafa once more, and now it's 4-0, and they are making us look like a absolute amateur side at the moment. I think we're going to have to change something here. We might need to go to counter, because I just don't think we're going to get the goals, and we're more like to finish about 6-7-0 down here. Rafa just getting in and smashing it past Maurice. And if Benfica can do this to us, imagine what Real Madrid would do. So let's maybe go cautious and look forward to our season in the Europa League this year. Free kick here for Grimaldo. Can he make it 5? He's gone for it, and it's just over the top there. Maurice didn't move as it bounced off the roof of the net. I mean, we had our chances in this game, but we didn't take them, and we conceded sloppy goals far too early as Grimaldo puts another corner in, and again they put it over the bar. They've not been making the most of the 9 corners that they have had in this game. But we are also running out of time to get something back here. Another free kick for Grimaldo on the edge of the area. We seem to love giving these away, and he is going to score this one, surely. Nice, another one over the bar from Grimaldo. The number of corners and free kicks they've had and wasted is astronomical. I might go attacking just for the last 15 minutes here and see if we can get a goal back to keep this tie alive. Ball's played out wide to Eckhart. Pulls it back, and there's Jose Rodriguez. It comes out to Bart though, and it's in, but it's easy for Odysseus to save, and that's probably the biggest save he's had to make tonight, which does not say a lot for the quality of our performance. Now here's Morato to Gilberto, tackled, and Teuma has it. Now Le Passant puts it into Boniface, and we have managed to get a goal back. Victor Boniface with the finish, and it's now just a 3-goal deficit, and we do at least have some hope we could still get through in this tie. Lapoussin won the ball back and got the assist, finding Boniface, and nothing Odysseus could do in goal to prevent that ball hitting the back of the net. 4-1 now, and we're still on attacking for the last 10 minutes. See if we can get another goal in this game to really set us up for a comeback in the home leg, hopefully at Parc des Dames. We'll have a look at what stadium it is this time in Europe. But there you go, a 4-1 defeat. I'm going to say I'm not happy with that performance. Let's see if we can get revenge in the return leg. You can see the other ties much tighter, and imagine if we played Copenhagen, even Trabzonspor, Dinamo, Malmo, any of those teams we probably could have beaten. We definitely got the most difficult team to play on this night. So quite unlucky with that. But hopefully in the return game at home, we can get a victory. We need a 3-goal swing tonight against Benfica if we're going to make it into the Champions League group stage. Boniface gave us some hope at the death in the last game, but this has to be a really different performance. Fortunately, we do have Van Zier back in the team. Müller on the left with Armani supporting Boniface up top. We're bringing Puertas in for Dembele after Dembele did make a few mistakes in the last match. And then Rodriguez, Van der Heyden, Burgess and Bart Nieuwkoop make up the defence with Maurice in goal. Let's see if this Benfica team is as strong as the one we played before. You can see they've swapped the goalkeeper around, which is interesting. There are a few changes, but the attack largely the same. I'm going to go with the revenge mentality for this match and see if we can get an early goal to open things up. But here they go with Enzo finding Antonio. This certainly looks like a different stadium to the one we usually play in, so I think they have changed it this time. Mario gives the ball away though, and now Van Zier has been tackled. Burgess cleans up and then he gets tackled, and Rafa Mir plays in Ramos and he scores off the upright on the far side, and just like that our defence is opened up and Benfica have cancelled out that late Boniface goal, so it doesn't look like there's going to be the comeback for the ages as it stands. It was a really good finish from that angle there, but Benfica just have much more quality across the pitch to cause us trouble. But here's Lazar. Can we get something back quite early on? Instead, we've given the ball away again, and now it's Musa who sends it over. Burgess wins the header, but Grimaldo passes it forward again. Mario through to Ramos, but we've got it back, and Van Zier tries to play it forward. Antonio back to Odysseus. Now Otamendi launching it forward. Burgess does pick up the loose ball. He finds Teuma. Jose Rodriguez over the top. And Lazaro has managed to get in here, but Odysseus saves it. I think it's the second save in this two-legged tie that he has made with his face. Teuma now puts it in. It's cleared away. Puertas away. There's Teuma once more. Towards the back stick, Rafa clears it. Now it doesn't lead to anything useful as Odysseus plays the ball out. Now Antonio, this feels very, very comfortable for Benfica, to be fair. Mario forward to Rafa, they're playing it from side to side, just wearing us out. And now Neres is in and he's smashed that one wide of the post. It's just not really going the way we'd like at the moment. Otamendi launching the ball forward. Van der Heyden can't win it as it goes to Maurice. Now Burgess out to Jose Rodriguez. Teuma forward to Müller. Van der Heyden sprinting down the channel. Finds Müller again. He's got two in the box to aim at as he holds it up. And there is Boniface who's gone down in the box. And the referee is saying penalty. VAR are going to take a look at this one. I don't think they're going to get away with this, Benfica, and the penalty is indeed given. I think it'll be Teddy Teuma to take it, and it is. Can he get the goal back for us here? Teuma, it's saved straight down the middle. Not good enough there from Teddy, hoping the keeper would dive, but he held his ground well, and it now remains 1-0 to Benfica. So the longer it goes for us to get a goal or two back, the harder this is going to be. Lazare is in behind though, and he has scored. Lazare Armani out of nowhere, a little hopeful ball over the top. But we're showing some intent here. We've pulled a goal back. We've missed a penalty as well, so there's definitely hope and an ability to score in this game. Ball over the top there. Antonio was distracted by Müller, and Lazare just got in and managed to find the finish past Odysseus that we really needed. And now we could do with a second goal before half time, but we've got to be careful Benfica don't score another one as well. Enzo through to Rafa, and just like that they get a goal. The referee will be looking at VAR. There is VAR today. So he'll be having a look to see if we can rule that one out. And the goal is indeed disallowed. So the decision's going in our favour today. We've had the penalty. We've had a goal ruled out against us. Can we keep using this good fortune to get something back? At the moment, we still need 3 goals as we approach half-time. And it looks like that's going to be the case in the second half as well. So I'm going to tell the team they've been poor, send them back out there and hope that they have come to their senses and will get a good performance. Phone here for Jose Rodriguez. Now Lazar in a good position. Tackled by Enzo, but his clearance should come back to us, and it's Burgess to Lazar once more. Now Müller. Tayuma over the top looking for Boniface. And very dicey header back there from Antonio to Odysseus, who launches it down the pitch. Burgess deals with it, but they're keeping the pressure on as Van der Heyden gets the loose ball and plays it back to Maurice. Van der Heyden again. Trying to play it out of defence, but we've given it away to Jean-Mario. Bart with a good tackle, and we're able to go forward once more. Puertas to Lazar. It's come for Boniface. He's got players running to his right, but he's doing it himself. He's gone all the way through, and he's scored as well. The most Route 1 attack I've ever seen from a striker in this game. Boniface there just took the ball and drove at the heart of the Benfica defence, and we've really turned this around. Look at the momentum that popped up there, but he just held off Enzo, split Otamendi and Antonio, and smashed it past Odysseus, who almost fell to the ground in front of him, and he has made it 2-1, and we only need 2 more goals to get into this. We just need to tap into that Dinamo Kiev fight back that we saw in the last round, and maybe we could still be making the Champions League. Here's Müller, back to Tayuma, given away as Grimaldo anticipates that loose ball really well. Neres driving forward against Van der Heyden, pulls it into Musa, and Maurice with the save on the line. Now we might want to just make a couple of changes here, keep things fresh, maybe bring a Dringer on. I'll leave Van Zier on. Tayuma's not had the best game, so Musa Dembele can come back on. Maybe a fresh right back would be useful if we had one. Let's just keep it to that for now and see if we're able to get back into this game. Encouraging the team as Puertas takes a free kick, and it's cleared away, and now Ramos may have a clear run, but Lazar with a brilliant tackle there. He's still just broke for Ramos. Puertas is there with him. Ramos taking it to the byline, still going, pulls it back to Enzo, and what a save by Anthony Maurice there, just pushing the ball past the post. 25 minutes left as Grimaldo puts the corner in. It is cleared away. 20 minutes to go. We need to change something quite soon. Enzo forward to Gonzalo Ramos. This is going the wrong way as Jean-Mario gets in behind, goes for goal, but it's straight at Maurice once more. 15 minutes to go. We're going to have to go very attacking because we need 2 goals in this game. They've made a triple substitution. Ronaldo now to Jean-Mario. Bart wins it. Dembele clears it. Boniface is up there but can't get the ball. Now it's Jean-Mario. Burgess with the interception. Leinen looking for Adringa, but Gilberto intercepts. And now Ramos. Adringa has intercepted it once more. Very bitty play at the moment. As the ball goes in behind for Musa, he has scored, but there's no way he's onside as he gets that finish. And so it will remain a 2-goal deficit for the last 10 minutes. And there you go, goal disallowed. Remains 2-1 to us. What can we do? 10 minutes to go. Odysseus to Otamendi. Now Grimaldo. And they play the ball forward for Musa. They're trying to get that ball in behind time and time again. Fortunately, we are just doing enough at the moment. Those defenders are tired, which is why they're trying to do it. Otamendi clears. Now Florentino to Otamendi. Tackle by Lazar. I thought he was going to steal the ball and run with it there, but instead he's going to get a second yellow, and we are down to 10 men. He's the attacking midfielder, so I'll probably just leave that how it is, and we'll have to see if we can do it without him. But we've got just a couple of minutes left. It looks like Benfica have done enough here now that we're down to 10 men. Grimaldo with the late corner puts it in. It's cleared away. Boniface does have the ball. Can he send it forward? There's just nobody left up there now that we're down to 10 men. Gilberto sends it all the way back to Odysseus. 5 minutes of added time here as Otamendi comes forward. They're switching the play again. They brought Julian Draxler on because why not? Now Ramos plays it in behind for Musa, and this time he is onside as he finishes it for 2-2 on the night. We're throwing away what would have been a famous victory over Benfica, trying to qualify for the Champions League, but I think really we had to go for qualification if we could, and it's just not going to work out that way. So let's go back to a normal attacking structure. With the 10 men, we're too likely to be caught out and lose another game, which would be a real shame for morale. So let's see if we can maybe even sneak a third goal in here, or if we're just about to give it away. Florentino out, now Musa, through to Ramos, round the keeper, and into the back of the net, just like that, immediately. 2 goals in 2 minutes in added time. I did say the back line was looking particularly weak, and that is what has been proven here. Going down an extra man did not help, but that was very simple. I don't know what Maurice was doing there, just flinging himself in midair. And Benfica in front 3-2 away from home, which is a real shame because even if we'd managed to get the win, that would have been good for morale. But I'm not happy with the way that we've gone out there. We sort of capitulated in the last 2 minutes, 92nd and a 94th minute goal, just making it look a lot worse than it really was. And it means instead we are into the group stage of the Europa League. I think the draw should be coming up after these fixtures, if I remember right. And here is the draw. I don't know what pot we're in. Let's have a look if we can see. Pot. Which pot are we in? We're in pot 4, which isn't great for our ranking. You can see some of the teams in here we would like to play. Some of the big ones, Man United, Arsenal, Roma. It's not too dissimilar to the draw as it happened in real life. So let's have a look at who makes up the different draws. That's quite a tough group. Man United and Olympiacos would be interesting. That looks like the easier group at the moment. That's not too bad a group. I mean, that's not a bad one. Just keeping an eye out here. Any major groups in here. That looks like the easiest group for me. Or this one is not too bad. That's quite a tough group. But this is us. Let's see which group we fall into. Oh, we managed to avoid Roma. This group would be interesting, not my favourite, and it goes to Hearts instead. This would be a big one with Man United, but it goes to Slovako. This one is interesting. I'd rather not play Dynamo Kiev again. Unfortunately, we missed that. This would be the easier group, I think, and that is the group we go into. So we have Copenhagen, Rennes, and Club Cluj, who are from the Romanian First Division. So we should be getting through in that one. And that's the rest of the groups all complete, so you can pause and have a look at those if you're interested. We managed to avoid all of the big teams. It's not the most exciting group in the world, but a trip to Copenhagen, to Rennes and to Cluj in Romania is an interesting draw, and it does mean we have a good chance of getting through to the next stage. I think if we win the group, we actually go all the way through to the last 16 and we don't have to bother with the round of 32, so that would be a good outcome for us as well. But up next, we need to take on our big rivals, Anderlecht, probably one of our title rivals as well, and we're going to do it at home for the fans and hopefully bring some joy to the real part of Brussels by beating Anderlecht, our big rivals. There are not many changes to the team for this one. The main one being that Parade has come in goal because Maurice is just struggling a little bit for fitness. Ross Sykes has come in, Kandus has come in, Makida's come in because the defence is a little bit tired. The attack is basically the same as the last game. Jan Vertonghen in the Anderlecht defence, Amadou Diawara, Musa Ndai, Marco Cano. I mean, they've got some decent players. Fabio Silva on loan from Wolves up top as well. So they are actually a pretty good team, Anderlecht. We need to go out there and do this for the fans, so hopefully we can get the win at Parc du Dain. There should be a reasonably good attendance, 8,000 fans there tonight. Let's get the league table up so we can see how it impacts our position. You can see Club Brugge played an extra game than us already, so they're now 5 points up as it stands. We need to get the win tonight to close that down to 3 points. And here's Ross Sykes with a throw to Kandus. Back to Sykes. He finds Kandus once more. Teuma forward to Van Zer. Now Puertas. Pulls it back to Kandus. We're building the right positions here if we can keep the passes accurate. And Teuma over the top for Van Zer down the right flank. Now Sykes plays. He tried to play it in. That's what I meant about pass accuracy. He just couldn't quite do the job. But we've got it back with Makeda. And the ball's through to Van Zier. He's in a great position. And he does get the finish. But the flag has gone up. I think VAR will have a look at this. I'm not sure he was offside. The linesman thinks he was. Felt onside to me. And the referee says that the goal is disallowed. So Van Zier there was indeed offside as he put the ball in the back of the net, and those fine margins are really important in ties like this. But here's Murillo to Delcroix. Fabio Silva allowed to bring that down a bit too easily. Now Amuzu tackled by Puertas, but he's got men in support, and Fabio Silva is in behind, and he's hit that crossbar. It was a good save by Perard there, who is not a number one goalkeeper, but he managed to force that onto the crossbar and out for a corner, which is then cleared as Tayuma picks up the loose ball and tries to drive it forward for us. Not been many chances in this game so far. And a draw isn't the worst result in the world, but given we're at home, I would expect us to be getting a victory in this game. We do have some substitutions we can make to freshen things up, but I would say we've probably just about edged it so far. We're maybe giving Anderlecht a little bit too much respect. With half an hour left to play, can we find the breakthrough? They've taken Ndiaye off for De Bast. Müller on the attack down the left, loses out to Murillo. Now De Bast to Delcroix, ball launched forward, header on, and Rodriguez is not going to win that race as Verschaeren has got in, and he's managed to score as well, and that is such an annoying way to concede. Just a lucky fall. It was headed on by Fabio Silva, and Verschaeren there just had the pace on Rodriguez, who's knackered from playing midweek, and Perard there beaten probably far too easily as well. Maybe should have brought Lapoussin on a little bit earlier. Corner though from Teddy Tayuma. Can we bring something back here? In it goes, and it's come out to Tayuma once more. He launches it to Lazar on the far side in a good position, and he's managed to score. It's just what he does. As soon as he has a bit of space in front of him, he drives forward, and he finds the back of the net, and that was brilliant example of him doing just that. Tayuma's ball across was perfect to Lazar. He drove forward, and his shot actually came off Murillo, off the post, and into the back of the net, and we are back on level terms. 15 minutes left to go. Can we get the win here? No more substitutions to make. Müller's got a knock, which doesn't help. They're still making substitutions on their side. 6 minutes of added time to go. What's going to happen? Can we get a last minute chance? It looks like the chances are gone. And there you go. It does finish 1-1. Not bad, given that we did go a goal down, but really we need to be beating Anderlecht in the home leg, because it will be tough playing them in the away leg, and we've got so many teams around us that are going to be able to do damage. We need to catch up with Club Brugge quite soon, because otherwise they are just going to pull away from us, and the games are going to come thick and fast because we're playing so many European matches as well. So if we have a look at the schedule, you can see we're on a pretty poor run of form, all things considered. We lost our last 3 Champions League games. But up next we have Antwerp, who are 5th, Zulte Waregem, who are 16th, and then Cluj in the Europa League. We also have Genk at home. So the next game may well be Cluj and Genk next, to see if we can right our Pro League season and close the gap on Club Brugge, and to see how our first Europa League group game goes against our Romanian opponent. So if you enjoyed this episode, despite us crashing out the Champions League, do drop a like down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. But until next time, see ya.